Hello, hello. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this live, which is the art journal page for today. I managed to do certain things today, yesterday, to bring people in. I don't know if it's gonna work out or not, but I tried. It seems that for streaming, it's a lot of learning curve with YouTube. But anyway, let's go to the point. Let's go to what we came here for today. And if you're here, welcome to my channel. My name is Emerald Queen, and I'm gonna show you how to do an art journal page with distress paints, which is Tim Holtz products. These paints are very cool, very distressed, a little bit different from the normal. Like for example, I sometimes like journaling with regular acrylic paints, which is nice. But I also like wash. Like I use a lot of where are they? Let's see. I have a set of Holbein wash, which is really nice to use. I highly recommend them if you like art journaling. They're a little bit on the expensive side, but they're worth every penny. Trust me, they do. But today we're going to use the stress paints, which is Tim Holtz paints. Now these paints are a little bit thinner than normal. Yesterday I did a live kind of showing you how to do a background with them, and with just a few drops you can create so much cool stuff. So we're gonna do that today. I got a lot of colors here lined up, so I'm gonna put them here in front of me. I think it's a better choice. I should have done that before I went live, but anyway, we're gonna put them here in the front so I have a better view of the colors. We got tons of colors there to play with, and of course the first thing you got to do an art journal page is, especially with this particular, okay, let me show you because then you'll understand what I'm talking about. This is my art journal that I made, that I started making a little bit while back. That means let's see. Whew, let's see when we did this. Oops. Let's see. So we did. Let me see. I think I did this like 5 years ago. Like the cover. There's a video of this. I'm gonna put a link down below or a card on the video so you can watch that if you want to. So I did that, and this is a Canson, I believe it's a Canson mixed media art journal, well, not art book, and it has like white pages. It's supposed to be mixed media, but I have used different mixed media books in the past that have been better for me to work with. For example, I love this visual journal, mixed media visual journal, which has a lot of thick, the paper is thicker, so this is way better to work with. And I know the mixed media visual journal also has watercolor paper, so watercolor paper is also a very good paper to work with your mixed media art, if that makes sense. But that really depends on what is the approach that you want to do with your art journal. So, but I was a little bit complaining about this yesterday because the paper is not what I like it to be. It's too thin. So, but since I started it and I've been working with it, but look at the amount of paper that I have to work with. This is like a lot, but it keeps me busy. It's gonna keep me busy, even though I'm gonna go struggling a little bit with the type of paper. But anyway, let's go to the main thing. So the first thing you got to do obviously is to, especially with this paper again, is to gesso the paper. So I like to put a white regular copy paper on the bottom just to not do a lot of mess. And here I'm going to use this full car gesso that I've been using for the longest. I've always have used this, and I still got some, but I think I'm soon going to have to buy more gesso. Let's see, so we're going to put a few drops of this. Right, we need just a few drops. Just like that. Don't be scared to put drops of stuff on top. It's just paper. And then you're gonna grab like a very thick and nice brush that you all dedicate only for gesso. I recommend that because if you destroy the thing, then you're not worried that you're destroying many other brushes. Now I'm using today Dina Walkley's media brushes. I highly recommend them. Again, these brushes are not that stiff, and again they're not that soft, so they're like in the right point to do you know, your art journaling things. So we're gonna spread out that. Oops, okay. I got my microphone is on the way. Sorry about that. Everything is on the way. So we're gonna spread out that gesso all over the page, and we're gonna put a little bit more. I think we need a little bit more. Just to give some stiffness to the paper and something for the paint to grab on, because the surface is too smooth. So this will actually take the paints better than not having the gesso on, if that makes sense. So okay, so I spread all my gesso here. I need a little bit more here on the bottom. I usually just do this before going live just to save a little bit of time, but because you haven't, well, I don't know if you have seen any of my videos, but if you have, you'll see that some of them I actually do the process of doing the gesso thing. So it's a good practice to gesso your stuff, especially if you're doing mixed media. So yeah. All right, I think we got it. Okay, so I'm gonna put this on the side, my brush, and now I'm gonna bring, I'm sorry, I'm gonna do a little bit of noise because I want to do this a little bit faster. I'm gonna dry this out. Just give me 1 second. Okay, I think that's good enough. I think that's good enough. Now, a little bit wet still. Let me bring the other dryer. Maybe this one doesn't make that much noise. Okay, and I can talk to you while we're drying this. Yeah, this is less noisy. Okay, so mainly the whole point is to me particularly, I don't think about what I want to do. I just go with the flow. But because I wanted it to teach you certain techniques, and this is kind of Tim Holtz oriented, I wanted it to do something a little bit different that we did yesterday. Yesterday was just, you know, me just doing whatever. Today I'm kind of like, I kind of prepare a little bit of what I wanted it to do and what was the outcome for this video. And I hope that you enjoy it in the process, right? So let me see something here while we dry this. All right. I don't know why I don't see. Oh, here it is. Okay. All right, that way I can see if somebody is in the chat room. All right. Okay, so I think now it's dry enough. Yeah, now I don't have whites in my hands, so that's dry enough. And don't be scared of touching. And if you get all messy, that's good. That's part of the process, okay? So don't worry about that. Let's put something here. Hello, welcome to the stream. Let me see if this works, because sometimes the chat works and it doesn't work, and I want to see if it works. Welcome to the stream. All right. Let's see. So the next step obviously is to choose your colors. Now for this thing that I'm doing today, I want to play with this speckle egg. I want to go with a kind of like a vintage vibe, okay? And because we're doing Tim Holtz, and obviously Tim Holtz is all vintage, so we wanna do that today, okay? And so I'm gonna put a few drops of this over the page that I'm working on, and we're gonna bring another brush. I'm gonna bring a smaller brush to spread out this paint. So, and then again, you kind of like just spread out that paint the best you can and how you like. Remember, you're not you don't have to follow rules. I said that yesterday. You don't need to follow rules, okay? You just go. Spread that paint and feel good about it. That's all you gotta do. Really, seriously, in all goodness, that's all you gotta do. Feel good about it. Don't feel like, oh my god, no, this is horrible. No, it's actually working really good. So it's giving me that vintage look, okay? So that's what I want. And you don't need to be scared about that. All right, so I need a little bit of more paint. Maybe more like in the edges of the page. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna spread a little bit of that paint on the edges. Right? This color is beautiful. It's like a neutral color, but it's I don't know. It's becoming one of my favorite colors to work with. It's really, really cool. All right. So we got that. Now, I also think I want to include, let me put this here. We're going to speckle paint over here, and we're going to bring cracked pistachio, which is kind of like a patina color. All right. That I want to achieve that. I didn't open this one. Where is the okay, where's my, I was not ready for the I was not thinking. I forgot to take I took the plastic out of most of them, but because these are new. So if you haven't seen my haul video that I did like several days back, you're more than welcome to watch the video. It was a Tim Holtz haul, and I was showing you all these paints and all the sprays and stuff that I got that might interest you. I'll put a link down below also, or a card to take you over there if you would like to see that. And I'm of course having a hard time opening this. Let's see. All right, so I almost stabbed with this, which is very dangerous. My fingers, that's why I don't like to use a X-Acto knife to open packaging. I hate that. I don't like that. I really almost stabbed my, okay, I'm gonna put this on the side right there, and I think I got it. I don't know, hopefully I can open it. So if you are here and if you're watching, please comment on the chat. I would love to hear from you. That would be great. I don't know because I saw a minute ago that Stampedia is going live. Stampedia goes live like every 5 minutes, so I wouldn't be surprised that everybody's over there watching that and nobody wants to watch anything else other than Stampedia stuff, which is, I mean, they're making a lot of noise, and I'm telling you, the papers are beautiful. I do have a video coming for that as well. Very vintage stuff. The stuff that they're doing, it's amazing. Well, okay, so I open it. I'm not gonna struggle. I still got a piece here that I want to take out, but I can't. And it bothers me. Alright. There we go. Sorry. Like an hour just to take a plastic rat out of paint. That's not cool. Alright, anyway. Those are the problems that you encounter again when you're doing a live video. Okay, we gotta check this a little bit, because I haven't used it ever used it. These things bring like a marble in it, like a, yeah, I'm gonna say a marble because I don't, it's just a ball, but I don't know if it's iron ball or a plastic ball. Could be a plastic ball, not sure. And oops, and when they come in with this thing, and you have to take it off. So I'm gonna spread this out, not to lose some of that paint, right? And we're gonna spread it out with the brush. There we go. Just like that. See? That easy. It's just that easy. You don't have to think about it too much. Just put paint everywhere. And the more you put paint around it, the more you're gonna like it. So I think that's the trick. And there's no tricks. I said that yesterday. I said, well, that's the trick right now, right? No, there's no trick. It's you go with the flow, and while you're doing it, you're like, oh, okay, this looks good, or oh no, I don't like that. Let me cover it with this. You know. So you just play with your paints and see what you can do. Ooh, I'm loving this color. Again, this is Tim Holtz Distress Paint Crackle Pistachio. Very, very beautiful color. It's very patina type. So I like that. And I also want to include, I don't have that on, and I'm going to kind of skip that a little bit because unless I use a spray, we can do that. But I have this thing. It's called a golden high flow acrylic, and it's a burnt sienna. And burnt sienna, this is kind of like Rusty Hinch from Tim Holtz kind of color. But I don't have that on distress paints, and I don't have it on, well, yeah, I do have it on inks, but what I'm trying to approach is more like a painting visual. So I'm just gonna put a few drops of this around it and spread it out and see what happens, because it just gives you that again, that patina vibe, right, that I'm trying to look for. And I'm liking it. I already like it. And again, you just spread the thing out the way you want to, how much you want to, and just with just 2 little drops, look how much I have accomplished already. Maybe I want to do a little bit more. So I'm cheating. It's supposed to be only distress, but I don't have this color in distress, guys, so I'm sorry. I just wanted to have something more vintagey, grungy type of thing, okay? And I think we are accomplishing that. There we go. Yeah, that's exactly what I was aiming for. All right. So now we got a grungy look. There we go. I'm gonna clean my brush. I'm gonna put it here on the cleaning bucket. Let's see. We're gonna dry this out a little bit. We're gonna bring out the dryer again. See that if it dries a little bit. So that stuff is really good, guys. I really like that stuff. I didn't know it was. I saw somebody using it in a video, and I was like, wait, what? Oh no, we need to get that. So yeah, it's good stuff. Golden, always good stuff. But look what you can accomplish with your distress paints. You see, it's vintage. It's patina-ish, kind-ish, I think, if that makes sense. So yeah, that's why I love the distress paints. I love them. They give you that vintage vibe. Compared to normal acrylics. I mean, you can accomplish that with normal acrylics as well. It's just that you need to know what you're doing. But with the distress paint, you hardly have to make anything to make it distress. So that's why I love them. And again, these are new colors that I just gathered recently, and I'm loving them. Oh yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. All right. So we're getting there. We are getting there. All right. So let's see. All right, I think it's dry enough. Again. Yep, it's really dry. Let me clean the bottle, which is kind of like messy here. I'm gonna clean that out so it doesn't. I don't do too much mess. I mean, sometimes I make mess, but I try not to. And it's hard trying not to do a mess when you're painting and doing things like this. All right. So the next step here will be, all right. I wanted to kind of like use my inks. So I'm gonna bring the Ranger Archival Coffee. And what I want to do is just I wanted to use black, but because I have included round now, I might go with the brown colors, right? So all I want to do is put some of this around my page, just like very lightly touching it, right, to give more of that grungy look. And I'm also gonna touch the border of the page a little bit, just to give it a little bit more of a, I don't know, vignette kind of thing. There you go. So if you kind of like, I'm lightly touching the page. Okay, there we go. See, now I have more of a grungy look. Okay, we're gonna bring back the dryer to dry the ink. So these are techniques that you can use on your art journal too if you want to, you know. Again, there's no rules, guys. There's no rules. You play with your materials, with your supplies, and then you get crazy stuff and awesome stuff that you wouldn't think you can get, right? Like, for example, I have never done like a vintage patina thing on a page. I always kind of like do very intense colors and stuff, but not like this. So for me, it's new and it's working. is exactly what I wanted it to accomplish. So yeah. All right, I think that's good enough. Yeah, this dryer is a little bit better than the other one, less noisy. Okay. All right. So now we got our background. I think I don't want to put anything else. I might do something else later, but not now. So now I want to do some or bring some elements, right? So the elements that I want to bring, I kind of like already have them here, and I have this frame, and I wanted to use Tim Holtz photo booth picture, and I also wanted to bring some ephemera. So that's a map. This is a report card, and so this kit has a report card there. I have a little label that we can put here maybe, and some letters that can also be put like kind of there. That's more or less what I want to do, but before we do that, I finished with the background. I lied. I didn't. I forgot a step. I want to stamp. I want to stamp something to give this a page more meaning, more stuff, right? So for that, I'm gonna bring in this Tim Holtz Stamper Anonymous Collection, which is the Inventor one, and I wanted to use this stamp. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. These are brand new, like you said, I never use them, so I wanna use that. Now I told you I want to use black, but because I changed my mind during the live when I was working, I'm gonna bring back again the browns. So instead of using that, I'm gonna use, let's see if I can find it, because I was not prepared for that. I was prepared for the black but not for the browns. I have here a ground espresso, and I have my coffee, but I want to accentuate more the stamp, so I'm gonna use the ground espresso. Okay, so let's see, do I have a block for this? That's a very good question. I don't think I have a block that big, but let me check. This is kind of like the biggest I have, so I don't know if I can use that like that, but we'll try. Actually, no, I'm not going to use a block. I want to give it more of an organic look, so let me put this block back if I can. Alright, so I'm gonna put some of that. This is again Distress Archival Ink Brown Espresso from Tim Holtz. Whoops, I had an accident. My clock fell. Oh no, what's going on? See, this is what happens when you do a live. You're not expecting things like this to happen, and they happen. Anyway, alright. So I got my stamp all ready to print, and I'm gonna bring it in. And let's see, organic look. So we're gonna stamp. We're gonna do here, here, and here. See? So now I have that organic look. It's not the complete stamp, but you have several things going on. You don't know what they are, but then you kind of have a hint. Like, for example, here's the clock, and here are some gears. So that looks really good in my book right now. I'm gonna stamp a little bit more here. There we go. Yeah, that's exactly for what I was looking for. I'm gonna put this on the side. I'll clean it later because that takes time to clean. All right, so now we got our now the background is completely set up. Like, well, not completely. There's still one more step that we need to do, but that will be later. Okay. So now I can bring back my elements, and I have a frame, right? I have a frame that I actually need to make it a little bit more vintage. It's too white. It's too striking, right? So for that, we want to use some distress inks, and I'm gonna bring in my favorite, which is obviously Vintage Photo, and we're gonna distress that a little bit because it's a little bit too, actually, you know what, we're gonna do a combination of antique linen and Vintage Photo. Okay. All right. So let me bring in this. Okay. Bring this one. This one has a sponge. Yeah. Got a sponge for the antique linen. We need to now this frame I got it from a very I'm gonna say a very good artist, excellent artist that does vintage things, and I've used her along. Her name is Iktupili. I don't know if I'm saying it right. I will put links down below for her. She has an Etsy shop where you can download stuff like cutouts and stuff. And for the longest on my blog, when I started doing, you know, the YouTube channel and my blog, I use her backgrounds as my main backgrounds for my blog. And she has so many cool stuff. And I got this frame from her, which is kind of really cool. Let me put a little bit more of this to the inside of the frame. I was gonna cut it out, but then I said, nah, just leave it like that. I was gonna cut out this part, right? But then I said no. All right, so we got antique linen done, and we want to use the Vintage Photo. So Vintage Photo, let's put a little bit of that here to make it a little bit more distress. See, now it's not that striking white. It looks much better. All right. Now notice that I am using my my tool on top of the background. I don't mind putting more color into it. It's not gonna hurt because it's kind of like the same color, and at the same time it's okay. It's okay. All right. The same way with this, guys. Okay, we gotta distress them a little bit. All this stuff you gotta work a little bit to make it more vintagey. So we're gonna do that. See, like that. Put a little bit of that, and it looks less papery. It looks more vintage, right? Same with the map. We want to distress it so it looks more vintage as well, right? Same with the numbers, I mean letters. So letters, they can be distress as well. All right, it's looking good. It's looking good so far. Okay, now we got all our little paper stuff distressed, and I'm trying to ledger this like this. Now the position and how you're going to put this, it doesn't matter. What matters is how you want to layer this, right? The way you want to layer it. So for me, I think this is good enough. We still got the picture that I want to do something too about it, and we still got the little label. And this one we got a distress as well. Oh, wrong tool. All right, we're gonna put a little bit of that vintage photo around the label. There we go. Okay, but this is more likely the layer process that I'm trying to accomplish here. Okay, so we're gonna use, for this, I'm gonna be using my Tim Holtz. Let's put this on the side. My Tim Holtz Distress Collage Medium. I still have the old container. I'm running out really quick. I already have a backup, so I don't worry about it. The new ones, but I really want, I don't want to throw this to waste because it still works. So you need some sort of collage medium. It doesn't matter if it's distress, Tim Holtz Distress. In this particular video, I'm using all Tim Holtz, so you know, if you want to do this page or something like that, you know what supplies you want to use from Tim Holtz line. Okay, so I'm gonna bring my trusty collage brush here, get some of that, and I'm gonna put a little bit of that on the back, right? You can also use glue, but for doing art journaling, I highly recommend that you get some sort of collage medium. It could be Mod Podge, it could be I know Dina Wickley from Ranger also has her own collage medium. Who else does? There's several brands that do carry. Golden also has their medium as well. Liquid Text. Some of these brands are really good for that, but Tim Holtz collage medium is really good. I don't complain at all. I love it. I actually love it. I've been using this. I mean, in the past I used to use Liquid Text a lot. And if you see my older videos, Mod Podge was the king. Mod Podge, I Mod Podge everything. I love that stuff. But again, for the sake of the video and that we're doing some Tim Holtz projects here, I want to use his Distress Collage medium. Okay, which is great for collaging, great for assembly, great for a lot of things. So oops, I kind of did a boo-boo here, but because this hasn't dried yet that much, I can still go in and pull the paper out, since it's just paper, and then add the other one, the layer on the back, right? So very careful, because you don't want to break the paper. Okay, so there we go. That's what I wanted to do. Yep. So you got a few seconds there to accommodate your collage. So I'm going to add a little bit more here, so it will stick better. There we go. Just like that. We need a little bit more here. Out of that collage medium right there. There we go. All right. It's coming out exactly as I wanted it. So, and I'm hoping you're enjoying it too, right? So let's see. We're gonna put this one. We're gonna do here. And then the label. The label, I wanted it to, I wanted to put a robin on the label. So I have some of these robins from Tim Holtz. Let's see. We wanna use something. I don't know if I have. Okay, there we go. I think I love numbers, so maybe we can put some numbers there. Like if he has a number for whatever. I don't know. I just trying to make it very vintage. That's all. Let's see. This 9361, which is kind of like, I don't know how I'm gonna cut that. No, maybe I'm gonna use this one, the 2.839. Robins are fun. They're very fun. Oops, they're very fun to use. They're very they you know, they really work out for your pages. I highly recommend them. I love them. So that's something that you want to do if or get if you want to make really cool stuff. This one is way too over there. I'm gonna put it here, right there. So for robins, I have the Tim Holtz tool, but I don't know where it is, so I'm gonna use this one. Not this one. This is too small. I'm gonna use this one. Alright, let's move a little bit. So this is like has a little ball in it, so these are great for robins. Alright, so you can also use a little popsicle stick to get your robins on the paper that you're working on. Alright, so okay, so I got that. And that's how easy it was. You see that? That's cool. Alright, so that we want it right here. I'm gonna bring back my my collage medium brush. I'm gonna put some of that collage medium to the label, and we're gonna bring it in right there, right? Again, like he was a number or something. Give it more like that grungy, like industrial. Like if he was traveling, he got a good, you know, report card, and then because of that, father said, "You know what? You're gonna travel with me through the world, and here's his maps, and here's his passport number." That's the way I imagine it, right? Now, this guy with his dog. It's a cute little guy right there. Let's see. So I wanted to do something fun that I have experimented already. I have a project that I was working on, and I was trying to learn how to use the new distress embossing powders, and we're gonna do that. So I'm gonna remove the page for now, right? Because we want to work on the picture alone. I don't know where I can put this, but I'm gonna put it right here. Alright. Alright, embossing powders. Oh man, these are so fun to use, right? Oh, I didn't notice we have so much glare. I'm sorry about that, but I can't really hide it too much. It's kind of like on the way. Well, whatever. We'll put something there so it doesn't bother you. How about this? No, it gives you more glare. No, how about a piece of paper? Maybe that's there you go. So it doesn't bother you. That's the only reason why I'm putting that there. Okay, so the embossing powders are very cool to use. I didn't know I was gonna love it so much because I'm not. I mean, the embossing deal for me was never something that I was enjoying too much. But you know, when you're doing cards, it's part of the deal. So you have no escape from using embossing stuff. So because we did the background with speckle egg, I'm gonna use speckle egg. All right, and we're gonna use also his embossing pen, and I'm gonna use the brush pen. Okay, that's what I want to do. I'm gonna put this on the side. All right, so now we're gonna work on this little guy. I have here my coffee filter. These are great to grab that powder, right? But first, what we want to do is we want to use this distress embossing pen. This is the brush nib. You can see that's the brush nib, and I'm gonna color with the embossing. Well, not coloring, I'm just placing the embossing ink right around his shirt, because I'm gonna bring out that color of speckle egg. I'm gonna try to do that with my embossing powder. That's the whole deal here. So I already did that. You gotta work a little bit fast, right? Because you don't want that to dry. And we're gonna bring out that speckle egg out, right? Don't be scared. Just drop that powder there. We got it set up. Now all I gotta do is just pull out that, just like that. I think we need a little bit more. I missed a spot, like right here. I'm gonna put a little bit more there. There we go. And then I'm gonna bring that powder back again and see if that works. Yeah, it worked a little bit. So yeah, that's all you gotta do, really. Then doggy here got all powder. I don't know why. Let me bring a little brush to brush out all that powder. Maybe we need something like this. Okay. Very carefully, I'm taking out all the excess that went out, especially around the doggy, because the only thing that I want to be distressed with the powder is his shirt. Okay, so I'm carefully taking out the powder around the dog and around the rest of the picture. Okay, now this effect is so cool. It is so cool. You'll see in a minute how cool this is, because I wasn't too hesitant about this, but when I used it the other day, I said, you know what, now I need all the colors. That's exactly what I said. Now I need, because I don't have all the, I just got like 4 colors. So I want now all the colors because this is fun. And it gives your, you know, your stuff a really good outcome. It really does. I'm gonna put that on the side now. I got a little powder here on top of my mat. I'm just gonna try to remove that a little bit. There, got a lot of powder everywhere. Let's see. Oops, did I just move the camera? Sorry about that. There we go. There. Alright. Now, we want to bring in the embossing powder gun. I have one here, so we're going to do that, okay? And I don't want to burn my hands. So, because this is a very small picture, and I have a pair of tweezers around here somewhere, I'm going to use them for that. Because I really don't want to burn my hand. And you're going to see the magic. Let me see if I can do a close, because this camera is not that good, but... Alright. There you go. It's all set up in a second. So we want that to... I don't know if you can appreciate it in this camera, but I'm pretty sure when I take the pictures and everything, you will see. You will see the difference. But I made his shirt blue, and I actually, you can see that. What you cannot see is the shine, but there it is. See how shiny it is now? And it gave him like a little blue shirt. Now another thing that I want to do for him, I just want to bring in his cheeks a little bit more pink. You know, like little boys have red cheeks when they're playing with their dogs outside. That's what I'm trying to aim for. Let's see, we got, I think Tattered Rose will be a good color for that. And I want to use what do we want to use for that? Now, in the past, I have had this tool. This was a craft nib holder thingy for, you know, to use with your inks and stuff. It happened that I was looking around some on my stash and I found this. I used to have another one. I don't know where it is, but this is brand new. It only cost me $1.99. I don't think Ranger does this anymore. I'm not sure. I haven't seen them in a long time, but this was a great tool to work with. And I think Tim Holtz has some videos on how to use this. But if you find it and you want to use it, it's great. All you got to do is put the nib here, and then you have, I'm gonna have to save this because this is like gold now. I don't think we're gonna find that anymore, but anyway. Then this nib acts like a marker kind of thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of this. Oops. This has like a long thread here. That's funny. We're gonna put a little bit of this ink in my mat right there, right? And we're gonna bring that in, and we're gonna color this little guy's cheeks. Like a very organic color. It's a very light color, so you won't, I'm pretty sure you won't appreciate it here in the camera, because I can't, me personally, that I'm in front of it, I can barely see it. Okay, so keep that in mind. But his cheeks are not brown anymore. They're kind of like a very subtle pink. Okay? And that's what I wanted it to do. So that's that. I'm going to clean this out. I don't need that color anymore. Right? Alright. So we got our picture all done. Let me see if you can appreciate it. Then again, I really doubt it because this camera is weird. If I was using my other camera, I'm pretty sure you would, but not this one. But anyway, that's how the picture looks now. Isn't that cool? I love it. I love it. All right, we can bring back the art journal page. And I think I can take this out so it doesn't bother you. And now we can bring him in and put him with some collage medium. Let me bring my brush, clean it. All right. That's the whole thing, you know, when you're doing mixed media, the cleaning part is important. Sometimes some people don't care, but some people do. That's what I've seen when I'm looking at videos and stuff of people, what they do. So let's see. We're gonna put some of that collage medium in the back of the picture, and we're gonna stick him here. Right now, this is already dry. The embossing powder, it dries really quick, so you don't need to worry too much about anything. And then that's it. Let me just close this for the sake of it. I don't want it to dry, even though it's still working for me. It lasted a long time though. All right, so we got that. So we got the boy. Another thing that I want to do is use this is the Distress crayon. This is walnut stain. Very cool color. And I'm just gonna go around stuff like this, like the border of the frame, right? And I'm gonna go around the picture as well. A little bit of that, right? To make it look more grungier, I guess. That's the whole point, right? Maybe around this too. That could be cool. So there we go. Right? Now, with a baby wipe, I'm gonna just moist my tip of the finger and get a baby wipe like this. You just moist a little bit the tip of your finger, and then you just lightly go through what you just did with the Distress crayon, and it gives you more of like a subtle vintage look. It stains it more and more grungier. And this is a Tim Holtz technique, which is really cool for assemblage and for this kind of stuff. So see, like, I think it needs a little bit here. right? And then I use a little bit of that. Also here, it makes it dirtier. if you if that's the feeling I get, it makes it dirty, but that's the way I like that's grungy, you know, that's the way vintage stuff looks. So that's basically what you want to do, right? And it works with paper, with cardstock, with assembly boxes, whatever you're doing, really. A chipboard, it works with chipboard too. So I think I need a little bit more collage medium here because he's like, or actually, you know what? I'm gonna use a little bit of maybe this one that has a longer tip. I hope is yeah, this is plug. No, not on a live. We can't use that. So you know what? We're gonna use glossy accent from Ranger. This stuff I love. It's really good, but the tip always get clogged. No, because I don't have time to to unclog this. It will take me forever. So you know what? We're gonna use Nouveau white. This one is not gonna be clogged because I can't put the brush in there too much, and I don't want to take it off. I'll just put a drop of glue there so it actually glue down, and it will. And this glue will glue out. This I can't speak today. Hey, Maria Eugenia, how are ya? um, this will dry clear. So let's see. So we got somebody on the chat room. Yay! Thank you for coming in. All right. Now I need more of this distress crayon here. So I'm gonna put more of that. And then remember, with your finger, you're gonna wet your finger, and we're gonna make it more distress. You see? It's that easy. It's really easy. I'm hoping you can see it. Because then again, the colors of this camera, I don't know. It's weird. Yeah. And we can still do more stuff. Let's see. I like numbers, so let's see. We got this boy that I told you the story because I made a story while we were doing the page, right? So the boy has a dog, and this is his report card. Actually, let me see the grades here. He has A plus B. Oh no, he has some F. He's not a very good student. He's not a very good student, but I told you that his father, if he had good grades, would take him around the world. You see, here's a map. He will take him around the world and travel the world. But he's not doing very well. I mean, he got some A's and some B's, also some D's and C's, and he has a lot of F on something hand, Broorhand. I don't know what that is. He has D, F, 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 F. Oh boy, and some D's in bookkeeping. He's not very good at bookkeeping, but he's great at geography, which makes sense because then he travels the world. So that's the story about this little guy. Oh man, let's see, long distance. What can we use here for this? Oh, this one is very interesting. You got a second row seat, so that's the seat of the plane. We can use that one. I like that. I'm gonna cut that out, and I'm gonna use that. Right? That could be something good too. I'm gonna put it down here next to the map because that's where he's gonna travel, right? So you take the little piece of paper out, and we're gonna just put that there, and we're gonna use our tool. Remember, these tools have a little ball on the end that you can scrub on the scrubby. These are fun. I love scrub-ons. And then again, they make your page so cool. Or whatever file you're working, it could be, you know, an assembly box, it could be a card, it could be a tag, anything, really. There we go. And I need, okay, maybe this. No. Where is my other tool? Oh my god, I have everything everywhere. I can't find anything. And this microphone is kind of like on my way. Alright. So we're gonna use this to bring this up. There we go. There. See? And then we're gonna do more scrub. I love the scrub-ons, guys. Let's do this numbers too, which are kind of falling off, and I don't want them to get messed up, so let's use them. Why not, right? Tramways, electricals, there's other numbers here that are a little bit different from my goal. Oops, this 4. Well, doesn't matter that the 4 is kind of messed up because it's grungy then. See, that's why I wanted to use it, because if they get, you know, they're not thick enough well on this white paper, they were gonna start messing up. So, all right, I'm gonna. Oops, don't move. So we're gonna scrub on this one too, just like that. Okay. A little bit of scrub on, and there you go. And that's it. All right, it's looking great. Oh, see, it's not sticking for some. It's because it got completely out of. But it doesn't matter. Look, it looks grungy, so that's a good thing. Actually, well, for me, maybe not for you, but the fact that it's not sticking is still good for me because it looks very grungy. Very vintage, you know, like, oh, somebody kind of like erased the number there that it was supposed to be there. Let's see if this 9 wants to do the job. Maybe we can put, he has a 9 here, or maybe we want to put the 9 here, right? Number 9 is his lucky number, so we're gonna put that 9 right there. I don't know if I'm blocking you, but I can't really do anything because I'm trying to hold the paper so it doesn't move. It's important that it doesn't move because then you will break the rubber, the rub-on. So I mean, unless you want, again, that grungy look, that's okay, but if not, you have to hold it down tight so the paper doesn't move, right? See, it's not sticking. It's not sticking. Woo! There we go. Oops, you see what I mean? It breaks. So, because it's still there, what I can do to salvage it is use the collage medium. That I think maybe that will work. I don't know. Let's see. Let me clean my brush. I'm just cleaning my brush. Okay. So I'm cleaning my brush. Let's see. And I want to use some collage medium. Now, for this, you have to be very careful. I don't know if it's gonna work. I never had this issue, but that's the only thing I can think of is to bring some collage medium to the table and try to stick it in there, you know. Okay, let's see. I'm pretty sure I'm covering you, but I can't really do much. Oops. There we go. It's a weird 9. But it's there, nevertheless. And grungy. And the same with this guys over here. You want to seal them with a little bit of collage medium so they don't fall out, because they're gonna fall out. Same here. Same here. Actually, I usually do seal out the whole page, so I'm gonna do that right now, because we are basically on the end of the video. I like sealing out the pages. A lot of people do this. You don't have to do it, but it's something that you want to consider if the pages are thin like the one I have, which is very thin, the paper that I'm using, right? So that's something that it really, a lot of people like doing it, some other people don't, you know. I think that's a preference, but in my case I like it. I always seal out my pages with collage medium, just for the fun of it and for the protection of the page and the elements that I use, you know, like the collage stuff. So the experiment, those numbers are old, that's why they're ripping off and they're not working very well. But I'm pretty sure if you buy a new sheet from Tim Holtz or any other brand, it's gonna work out beautiful. So don't get discouraged because mine didn't work. But there we go. I think we have accomplished the goal of showing you on how to make a vintage distress collage art journal page. And so let me put this completely out. Let me clean my brush again because it's completely full of that stuff, and I'm gonna put it in water before it gets messed up. All right, so there you go. This is the result of using Tim Holtz. Let me bring the speckle egg. Here it is. Distress paints, and using some other mediums as well, but mainly Ranger products. And here is the result. And that's exactly what you want to do with your art journal. So guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you, Mariugenia, which I know you're watching, for being in the chat room, and the other people that are in. If you're in here today watching this live, I promise I'm gonna be better at scheduling this lives, because it seems that you know, the whole thing about live is that you have to schedule the stuff and you have to bring people in, otherwise you won't have viewers. But finally I got one. And I don't know, it's very difficult because you know, you got people all over the world and the schedules are very crazy. But I'm gonna try, I mean, the best I can. And Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for coming in. And if you still want to see the replay, you can always see the replay. It's going to be on my archives in my YouTube channel. Don't forget to like the video, share it with other people. That will help immensely the channel. And also ring the bell so you can, you know, have some notifications from me when I'm coming live or I'm uploading a video. Thank you guys. Have fun. Have a good week. And I'll see you in my next video. Goodbye.